What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about episode 7, as that has been the hot topic for the Acolyte. But before we do get into today's episode, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell, so not you're just in the know on everything Star Wars, but also too you get the news every day here on this channel. And also we are fast approaching 5,000 subscribers. We are definitely growing within the community, so let's get bigger by hitting that subscribe button and spreading the word of the Eternal Sith with your friends. And without further ado, let's get into today's episode, guys. Now, the Acolyte episode 7 suggested that Master Soul really acted in such irrational ways because he truly believed that these twins were gonna, come to some sort of a harm at the hands of the Witches of Brenock. Now, that seems to be a genuine concern he had, but it was born out of a complete misunderstanding of this coven. Now, after minimal observation, Master Soul came to the conclusion that the coven didn't treat Osha and Mae like children, and he seemed especially bothered by the at times harsh nature of Osha and Mae's training under their two mothers. Now, however, Master Soul's incorrect assessment of the coven reflects his ignorance, really. Now, Master Indar herself identified the Witches of Brenock and their practices as so strange, and Master Soul seems to have taken that basically to heart, and identifying them as dangerous and harmful to Mae and Osha despite not understanding their customs in reality. Now, had Master Soul paid a bit more attention and taken a bit of time to become better, calmer, and more rational, he might have noticed that the Witches of Brenock trained Osha and Mae in ways that are not, dissimilar to the Jedi Order. Now, yes, Mother Quarrel and Mother Anicia were both harsh towards the girls at times, but what parent isn't, right? Mother Quarrel especially. And at one point, Master Soul observed Mother Anicia using the Force to push the two girls down, telling them that their enemy would not give them warning before they attacked. Now, for one, this is true, and it's definitely an important lesson to learn prior to the battle, or a true battle, shall I say. More importantly, though, this training style is in keeping with Padawan training seen in Star Wars shows and movies before. Now, specifically, Star Wars, Tales of the Jedi, Anakin Skywalker subjected his Padawan Ahsoka to brutal training with the clone troopers, and during which these clones shot at Ahsoka until the point that she literally collapsed. So when she came to, they began again. Now, this inarguably much more brutal than the training Mae and Osha went through their own coven, and that was happening within as well the Jedi Order with Ahsoka. Now, perhaps it was different maybe in the High Republic era, particularly, as it wasn't wartime as it was during the Clone Wars era, of course, Anakin was a unique Jedi, and it's likely this method was universally employed. Now, even so, Master Soul's response to this training seems like an overreaction in reality. I mean, throughout the whole episode, that's really what I gathered. Now, Master Soul, we know that he did kill Mother Anicia out of fear. We saw that, and I think that, came from a place of, like I said, real fear because of thinking these two twins were in danger. And in the final encounter between the Jedi and the Witches of Brenock, Master Soul and Padawan Torben stood in front of Mother Quarrel and Mother Anicia and many armed witches. And when Mother Quarrel became poised to strike, Mother Anicia yelled no, quickly turning to smoke. And scared by this power and misunderstanding this move by Mother Anicia, Master Soul ended up stabbing her with his lightsaber, which resulted into killing her. To give Soul the greatest benefit of the doubt, Mother Quarrel was likely gonna attack him anyway. However, it wasn't Mother Quarrel he struck, but rather Mother Anicia, who not only didn't intend to probably harm him, but also had actively told Quarrel that she did not want to use violence. Now, this act by Soul, therefore, completely misplaced, and it cost Mother Anicia her life and set in motion the events of the Acolyte. But I have to say, I was thinking that there was going to be something, really catastrophic, much more that Master Soul, or at least a person that would wait 16 years that he had to have this conversation with Mae and Osha would have been more devastating. I mean, again, yes, killing their mother is, that's pretty devastating. But in a sense, to killing all of the witches, that's not what even happened. That's not what happened with Master Torben and Master Soul. So in reality, I don't know, guys. Episode 7 to me, like I said, I talked about it in my breakdown video. They could have used this scene in particular with Master Soul and Mother Anicia as, a small little flashback, but I just don't believe they needed to use the whole episode to, really dive into this, because it really just felt like episode 3 all over again, just some new key details. But overall, guys, what are your thoughts? Did you guys think they needed to really give us this full flashback of an episode, or do you think it would have made sense to talk about this in like a small increment of like a little flashback when he's particularly, meaning Master Soul, talking to Mae on the ship, and they could have showed us what happened really briefly? I think that would have been the better route to go. But again, this is where we're at, and hopefully episode 8 ends up being an episode that we get to see what's going on and learn more about even Chimere. That's what I've honestly been interested to learn more about, and seeing what's going to happen to these two twins going forward, as again, we only have one episode left. But guys, let it up in the comment section, hit the subscribe, like, and notification button. I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video.